Hi, welcome to Stretch, Strengthen and Balance, Chair Yoga with Deb. And today I have two friends in the studio with me, Eleanor and Dee. And we're going to be doing a little bit different class today than we did last week. We don't need any props for today. The only thing that you might need is, depending on the size of your chair or the height of your chair, you might want something for your feet like Dee has. I don't know if you can see that. She has a block under her feet. You can also use books, or you could use a folded blanket or towel. It just helps take the strain off your legs if your chair is too high. All right, so we are doing what I would call a subtle, gentle kind of chair yoga practice. But I just want to be reminding folks that this is your practice, so you don't want to do anything that doesn't feel right in your body. If I'm doing something, for example, lifting my arms up really high and that doesn't work for your shoulders, don't do it. There's other things that you can do if you need to. Okay, and I will show some of those things if it's a pose that can call for that. All right, so we're going to begin in our seated mountain pose today. Feet are on the floor about hip width apart, and you just want to feel your feet on the floor. You don't have to press in, but just notice your feet are on the floor, and they're part of this practice that's supporting you to sit upright. So if you do press a little bit, you'll notice how your body wants to automatically sit up. And so what we're going to do first off is stack our ears over our shoulders and our shoulders over our hips. And you can imagine that there's a string on the crown of your head, and it's drawing you up nice and long and tall. Take a breath in and out. Close your eyes for a moment and just notice how it feels to be in this upright posture. This long spine and tallness to the spine. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to begin by closing our eyes and just starting to focus in on our breath. We're going to focus in on our breathing for a little bit, and then I've got a breathing practice that I'm actually going to take you into. So let's just close our eyes, and to begin with, just notice your breath as you're breathing. You don't have to do anything with it yet. We're just checking in to see where the breath is, what's happening, if we feel like we can take a nice deep breath, or if it feels stuck in our chest. Just want to notice. And maybe it isn't going all the way down to the belly, and that's okay. But if you do feel like you're challenged with your breathing, that you're not breathing deep enough, then just expand the belly on the next inhalation. Whether it's going down to your belly or not, that expansion of the belly helps you feel that you're getting a deeper breath. And it also makes room for the diaphragm to drop down so the lungs can fill up. So just notice that. So you're breathing in and you're breathing out, and maybe expanding the belly on the inhalation, and then drawing the belly back in on your exhalation. Now, when we're focusing on our breathing, and this practice is just about centering, coming into the space together, getting a sense of relaxation and groundedness. So we have the opportunity or the option to focus on three different parts. So the first thing I invited you to do was focus on your belly. The other thing you can do is focus on your lungs or your chest or ribs expanding. We're going to do that in our breathing practice after. And then what I would suggest you do at this point is just focus on the air as you breathe in and out through your nose. So the air coming in might be cooler, and you can feel that in your nostrils. And the air going out is warmer. So just breathing in and out through the nose. And you might notice, as I am already, just starting to a slowing down of the breath. And it's interesting how when we focus on our breathing, that our breath will actually start to slow down. And it's that slowing down of the breath that supports us to move out of that fight or flight or the sympathetic nervous system into the parasympathetic nervous system or the relaxation response. It's as simple as that. Just focusing on the breath. So just going to take a few more breaths like this. Feeling the cool air coming in through the nose and the warm air going back out. Cool air coming in and warm air out. And last one. Inhaling that cool air coming in and warm air coming out. Lovely. Now just allow your breathing just to come back to its natural rhythm for a moment. And then we'll move into the breathing practice. And just take a moment to notice. Notice if you're feeling any different than you did before you started the breathing practice. Notice if you're feeling more space to take those inhalations. And if nothing is changed or is different, that's okay too. Okay, so the breathing practice that we're going to do is something called structural breath or structured breath. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring our attention to our ribs, and we're going to see if we can do like a 360-degree breath. So what we're doing is we're expanding the ribs. As we inhale, we're expanding the ribs out to the side, out in front, and in the back. And then we exhale, and the ribs come back in. So we're inhaling and expanding the ribs, front and back and sides. And then we're exhaling out and we're drawing the ribs back in. Now, why are we doing a breathing practice like this? Well, first of all, we're stretching or bringing movement in between the ribs, those intercostal muscles that can get really tight in the ribs. So we're expanding, giving them a little bit of a stretch. And we're also making space for the diaphragm to drop down a bit, so you get a deeper inhalation into the lungs. Let's do two more like this. So just think, imagining or feeling underneath your hands the ribs expanding out to the side and then continuing on in the back and in the front. And then exhaling, the ribs come back in. And last one, inhaling, expanding out the sides, and then the front and the back. And then exhaling back out. And then just release your hands down to your lap, to your legs. Close your eyes and take a moment to just notice the sensations in the body. That was a lot of deep breaths we were getting into the lungs, a lot more oxygen going into the bloodstream from those breathing practices. Okay, wonderful. Okay, if your eyes are closed, open them now and just take a moment to orient yourself to the space. So we're just looking around. We're looking over to the side and up, looking up above us and to the other side and around and what is in front of us. And this is basically looking for colors and shapes, shadows and textures. And what it does is it helps us feel grounded and connected and safe where we're at. When we know what's going on or we see what's going on around us, we can relax a little bit more. All right, nice work. Okay, so let's bring this mountain into a moving mountain. So the arms come down to the sides. And we're going to inhale, and as we inhale, we're going to raise the arms up, reaching really high. And this time we're going to bring the hands together in the center, and we're going to exhale down the front of the body. And maybe the chin drops when you come down. So we're going to inhale up, reaching. Hands come together in front, and we bring them down through the front of the body. Chin tucks. Let's do 3 more like this. Inhaling up, reaching, bringing the hands together, exhaling down to the center of the body, chin drops. I'm just going to show what you can do. If your arms aren't going up really high, just bring them up as high as you can. Bring the hands together and then exhale down the center of the body. Okay, let's do one more because I lost count there. Come up, bring them together at the top, and then exhale down, all the way down. Let's pause here with hands at the heart. You can actually bring the thumbs into the sternum. And take a few breaths here and just notice the sensations. Notice the feeling in the arms and the hands and the shoulders from that arm movement. And then as you're ready, release the hands down. Lovely. Okay. We're going to do a few exercises that involve our head and neck to start with. So we're just going to start by nodding up and down. So chin comes up a bit as we come up, and it drops down. And this is the yes. Okay, so this is the yes nod. And just very gentle. We don't want to force anything. We're just coming up. We're not dropping our head way back, but we're going to look up when we come up. And then tuck the chin and look down. So inhaling, coming up. Exhaling down. Let's do 2 more like this. So inhaling up, looking up, saying yes, and exhaling down. And last one, inhaling up and exhaling down. Beautiful. Okay, so bring the head back up to center. Now we're going to make sure we're sitting up nice and tall for this one, and this is our no. So we're just going to gently turn the head from side to side. And we don't have to force, we're not forcing any movement, we're just moving from side to side. No. Lovely. And breathe. You don't have to worry about inhaling or exhaling in any way, just doing that light movement from side to side. All right. One more time each side. And then let's come back to center. Nice work. The next one is about drawing circles with your nose. So we're going to start off with little circles. So we're just drawing circles in front of us with our nose. So imagine there's a little pencil on the end of the nose. Just drawing a circle with that pencil. I'm going around in one direction. And then we're going to pause and we're going to go back around in the other direction. You can make the circles a little bit bigger here if you want to try something different. Continuing to breathe. All right, let's do one more time in this direction. Ooh, and then let's pause in the center. Just give your head a little bit of a shake and your shoulders a bit of shake, if that feels right. Now what we're going to do is something a little bit more complicated. We're going to draw a figure 8 with our nose. So we're going to go up and around and down and up and over and around and down and up and over and around and down. So we're getting at all kinds of little muscles in there that you probably will feel after. Let's do one more, and then we're going to go back in the other direction. Okay, so let's take it around the other way. It's figure 8. Nice. Let's do 2 more. Okay. Stopping in the center, taking a moment, close your eyes, take a couple breaths here, and just notice the sensations in your neck. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a twist here. So we're going to start with our hands together at our chest, and we're going to imagine opening up like a flower. So we're going to take the right arm and we're going to bring it out and around. Follow it with your hand, with your eyes, your hand with your eyes. Come around. It's just a gentle stretch. It doesn't have to be very far. And then as you come back in, open that hand up, and you're going to draw in all the kindness and compassion you can reach for at that stage, and bring it back inside. Okay, left arm now, reaching it out and around, following it with your eyes, coming back just a little. It's a gentle twist. And then opening the palm as you come back and gathering up kindness and compassion and bringing back into your body. Beautiful. Okay, let's do 2 more like this on each side. So we're going to inhale, we're opening up that flower and bringing that hand around and back. And then as we come back to the heart, we're gathering up kindness and compassion and bringing it in. Okay, left side. Opening that flower up, following it with the eyes, coming around. You might notice each time you do this, opening the hand and bringing that kindness back and compassion, that you can reach a little bit further. So we'll do 1 more on each side. Opening, following the hand with the eyes as it comes back and around, maybe a little bit further this time. And then opening the palm and bringing all that kindness and compassion back into the heart. Beautiful. Other side. Reaching out and opening with that hand, opening the flower, coming back as far as you can, and then opening the hand and bringing all that kindness and compassion back in towards yourself. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands down to the legs. Pause here, close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out, and just notice how you're feeling. You might feel a sense of upliftedness, bringing that kindness and compassion into your heart, into your body, into your self. And you might feel that little bit of an opening in the spine, that twist in the upper part of the spine. Beautiful. Okay, let's do some ankle and feet rotation. And so we're going to today we're going to do them both at the same time. So we're going to do both feet and both hands. I'm going to start with going in one direction, of course. Oh, feels good. I already did this morning, and I had some really big cracks coming from my ankles and feet. So if your feet and ankles crack, it's normal. It's not a bad thing. Okay, let's go the other direction, see if I can do it as many times. And we're breathing. We're not holding our breath when we're doing this. All right, 1 more. Yeah, now let's just release that down. Pause, just notice the sensation. So I can really feel it in my wrist. Bringing more synovial fluid and blood flow into the joints. It's always a good thing. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to start with our hands at the front of our legs, and we're going to do a cat-cow. But this time we're going to start by rounding the spine. So we're going to round the spine back, tuck the chin in, and then we're going to inhale and expand the heart, lift the heart, and lift the chin. And you get a little bit of a back bend there. And then exhaling. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Exhale, the hands come out. We got a nice round back, chin is tucked, upper back, and then we're going to inhale, bring the hands in. There we go. Lifting up, looking up, and then again rounding the spine. Okay, let's do 3 more like this. So we're inhaling up, lifting, and then we're exhaling, rounding the spine. 2 more, inhaling up, exhaling down. Now, if you have osteoporosis, you want to be very careful with any kind of rounding of your spine. So gentle, you can go gentle. And last one, let's just exhale out. And then come back upright and pause here. Close your eyes and take a couple breaths in and out and just notice the sensations. Beautiful. All right, one last thing as part of this, and then we're going to move into some hand exercises before we get up. So we're going to do a very gentle forward fold. And what I want you to think about when we're doing this fold is not rounding your spine to get down there, but as if you're hinging at the hips and you're trying to lay your upper body down onto your legs. So you'll come forward, maybe not as far, but you'll come forward and then bring your hands down the legs towards your feet. And once you get there, then you can drop your head and just let your head hang for a breath. And then we're going to come back up. We're going to bring our hands up to the top of our knees, and we're going to use our hands to press in to come up nice long back. Beautiful. How was that? Is that okay? Yeah? Okay, so let's come down one more time. Actually, we're going to do 2 more times. So let's come down, pause at the bottom, hang your head, take a deep breath in and out. And then on the next inhalation, bring the hands up to above the knees, press into that hands and come up nice long spine. Beautiful. All right, one more time. Taking a breath in and exhaling, coming over the legs, hands come down towards the feet, head drops down. Take a breath in and out here. Then on the next inhalation, the hands come back to the legs and we press into our legs with our hands and come all the way back up. Beautiful. Okay, let's close our eyes for a moment and just pause and just notice the sensations. You really want to be careful with forward bends when you're sitting because they put a load on the lower back. So we want to support what we're doing with our legs and with our arms coming down. Okay, so just being mindful of that. Nice work, everyone. Okay, one more thing. We're going to do some hand exercises. So we're just going to start by very gently just bringing each finger to the thumb of each hand. Yeah, same hand, fingers and thumb. Okay, and we're just going to do a few rounds like this. Breathing. Okay, let's do one more round, coming back to the index finger and thumb. Okay, release that, give it a shake. Now we're going to bring both hands together and we're going to bring the fingertips of both hands together and we're going to do a little bit of a stretch with the hands. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the fingers nice and wide and see if you can bring your palms together. And then we're going to come back out. It's like we're creating this little suction cup here. And then we're going to press it out with our hands, or the base of our hands coming together. Now it doesn't have to be really, you can be gentle with this as well. You just want to feel a very gentle stretch. Mostly, well, I can feel it on all fingers, but I really feel it on the pinky fingers and the thumb area. Okay. Okay, all right, let's release them, shake it out. The last one in this set is about bringing the hands together, the palms together, fingers together, fingers closed. And we're just going to move the hands back and forth. So now we're getting into the wrists here. That's it. Ooh, you can feel that? Feels good. Just getting into the wrists a bit. It doesn't have to be you don't have to really force the hand over, just a gentle movement. Okay. All right, now coming back to center, and we're just going to bring the hands towards us and away. and towards us and away. I just realized I got a whole nother set of seated exercises, so we're good. All right, now we're just gonna do with this. We're just gonna do circles with the hands. So we're gonna make a circle. You could always try making a figure 8 with them too. That would be interesting, or just a circle. And then in the other direction. Getting some nice movement into the wrists. Whew, okay. A couple more circles. And then let's just shake it out. Let's shake them out. Shake them, shake them, shake them like they're rubber. Little fingers are all rubbery. Shaking, shaking, shaking. And take a breath in and exhale and release the hands to the legs. Close your eyes. Take another breath and just notice the sensations in the hands, the arms, the wrists, the fingers, thumb. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to do the feet, of course, because we need to pay attention to our feet. So I'm going to lift if you can, if it's hard, you can leave your feet. If it's harder for you to lift your legs up, you can just leave your feet like this and go like this. If you can lift your legs, your feet, and keep your legs straight, then you can point and flex like this. So we're doing two things with this exercise. We're stretching the back of the calves. Well, we're doing three things actually. We're working these quads, and we're also working those muscles in the front of the bone and the front of the leg, or the side of the bone, I guess, in front of the leg. All of these muscles are really important in walking and walking well as we age. Okay, let's do a couple more. All right, let's bring those feet down and rest them on the floor. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit more active. So you might want to move a little bit forward in your chair. We're going to do the contralateral movements. We're going to do a marching. So we're going to march with our legs, our feet and legs and our arms. So we're just going to start marching like this. Opposite arm to leg. And we're breathing. I'm going to do this for about a minute. I don't know how I'll tell. I'll just
count to 60.
Thank you. $20 more. Okay, let's pause. Hands on your legs, close your eyes. Let's notice your heart beating a little bit faster maybe. So we're getting some muscle movement into the legs, using all the muscles to lift the legs and the arms. Heart rate's up a bit, warming up. Beautiful. Okay. All right, so let's see, leg extension, I gotta read what this says. Leg extensions on one arm up. Okay, so let's do one more thing. It's just slowing down the whole marching process a little bit. We're gonna take the leg up and the arm up. Opposite leg, opposite arm. Beautiful. Comes down. Up and down. And up. And down. And up and down. Up and down. Let's do two more on each side. Up and down and up and down and up and down. Okay, final thing. Both legs, both arms. You ready? Up and down and up and down. Let's do three more. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's just shake everything out. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work. Okay, nice work, everyone. We're going to come up to standing. So we need to bring our feet hip width apart. We can use our hands to press into our legs to support us to come up. We can bring our arms out in front, out to the side. We're going to press into our feet and stand up. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to move my chair back a little bit so I can stand where my chair was so you can still see me. I can grab you Kleenex from, you're just going to leave it? Okay. All right. Let's actually take a break with having a drink of water. Getting ready for our a water mop up and our sipping of water. Okay, let's start in standing mountain. So feet come to hip width apart. You can relax your knees a bit. You can actually see my knees in these pants today. So my knees are soft. I'm going to come back to that alignment of the ears stacked over the shoulders over the hips, and the hips over the ankles now. And there's that string once again on the crown of the head, and it's drawing you up nice and long and tall. Arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed, and arms are hanging down at the side. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagining those 3 points of contact at the base of your feet. There's the point at the base of the big toe, the point at the base of the little toe, and a point right in the center of the heels. See if you can press down into those 3 points and get this sense of, or build this sense of feeling grounded. You're solidly planted on the earth, like a mountain. Take a few breaths here. Just feeling that groundedness, feeling that sense of being fully in place where you are right now. So mountain just by itself is a very grounding posture. You can use this sense of those 4 points of contact in the floor to feel more grounded. Okay, so let's come to a little bit of a movement. We're just going to sway from one foot to the other. You might want to keep your eyes open to do this so you're not going to kind of get that. If you feel comfortable with your eyes closed, then that's okay too. Just sway from one side to the other. My foot's just coming a little bit off the ground or not at all off the ground, right? It can just continue to stay placed on the floor, but we're just getting that sense of calming and relaxation in the body. There's nothing to hurry for. We're here in this place right now. We're just doing this little bit of movement. And then we're going to start to bring our arms around as we go from side to side. Now, as I swing over to one side, the foot of that back leg that I'm leaving behind the heel comes up and it follows me around. Okay? So I'm bringing that hip and that leg a little bit with me. And we can make a little bit with a dip in our knees if that feels comfortable in your knees. You can keep your head facing forward like I am here, or you can take the head with you. And your eyes can follow you around to the back to see what's going on back there. Yeah, make sure you're not going to hit your hands on anything. Okay, nice work, Eleanor. Okay. Now maybe the backhand taps in the kidney area as you come around. And maybe the front arm taps on the chest. So I'm tapping in my lungs, my lung area, and in my kidney area as I come around with these arm swings. Okay, and then I'm very slowly gonna release the arm swings, come to stillness again. Pause here with your eyes closed and just noticing the sensations. All right, the feet can come maybe a little bit closer together. And we're going to start to do circles with our hips. So we're just going to circle Well, I was trying to do figure eights there already. It's not even a figure eight time. We're doing circles. My body wanted to do it. Okay, so we're going to do nice circles. Now you can do big circles, big movements in your circles, or you can do smaller movement too. Okay? So big or small. And you can go around in the other direction if you haven't already started to do that. And then we're going to pause and do a figure eight. So that is just moving the hips around into that figure eight. Just notice how this feels in your knees and legs when you're doing this. You might have to adjust a little bit. I've got a wee bit of a sore knee still. Now, if we haven't gone in the other direction, let's go in the other direction. I can't remember which direction I started in. Taking that figure eight a different way. There we go. There's my other direction. You can tell because it's harder. Okay. Wonderful. Let's come up to stillness. Pause here for a moment, just noticing the sensations. Taking a breath in and out. Noticing how your body feels after all those hip and arm swings. Okay, let's bring our shoulders into this. So we're going to start by just doing simple shoulder rolls like this, just up and back and up and back. And then we're going to bring our hands up to our shoulders and we're going to do elbow circles. So now we're getting bigger movement into the shoulders. And then we're going to let the whole arms come in, the whole of the arms. Nice wide arm circles. Gentle. All right, now let's see if we can do the three of them together. So we're going to do just a circle with our shoulders, and then a circle with the elbows, and then a big arm movement. Beautiful. Circle with the shoulders, circle with the elbows, and then a big arm movement. One more time. Circle with shoulders, circle the elbows, and then one last big arm movement. Beautiful. All the way down. Woo. Okay, let's shake everything out. Pause for a moment. Take a breath in and out. Notice the sensations. Beautiful. Wow. Feel lots of energy in the body. Lots of movement. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so we're going to move into tree pose, which is a balancing pose. I'm going to move my chair over a little so I can actually okay. And I'm going to use my chair to help me balance if I need it. It's right here, so you want to stand by your chair. What we do with tree pose is we'll start with the outer leg because it's easier to maneuver it. I'm going to shift my weight onto what is my right foot, and I'm going to start to bring the foot of my left leg up off the ground. I'm going to turn that knee out, the heel comes in, and then I'm going to rest that foot on the arch of my other foot. So I'm sort of resting the arch on the top of the arch of the other foot. Okay, now this can be your balancing pose. Now you have the option to hold on to the chair and bring one arm up, or bring both arms up. Now I'm going to start with my hands here, and I'm going to take a few breaths in and out. Now the other thing that I want to make sure of is I'm not caving into this hip. I want this hip to be nice and strong, holding me up. Hands are here, and I'm going to take 3 breaths here. Now, if this feels, geez, my balance feels off today, but if this feels like, wow, I can do more than this, you can bring your foot up to the inside of your calf, not on your knee though, the inside of your calf. Let's take one more breath here, and then exhale and release the hands down. Bring the foot back down to the floor and give it a shake. Okay, we're going to do this, let's do it on the other side. So we're just doing this very gentle kind of balancing for the first balancing posture of the day that we're doing. We're going to move into a couple of other things with it. Okay, so now my left leg is on the inside, my right foot, I come up on my toes of my right foot, I turn that knee out. I'm bringing the arch of the foot to rest on top of the arch of the top of the foot of the other foot. Okay? Now you can hold on to your chair. Option to bring your hands here or above your head. Or in tree, nice and wide if you want to do that. And the other option is to bring the foot up onto the calf muscle. Standing nice and tall on that standing leg, not gripping with your toes, which is what I just did. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. And then bring the arms down, and then the leg comes down, and let's shake out the legs. Okay, that's a pretty intense pose. So it's good to just shake it out. Okay, we've got to do, got a couple more, one more pose that I want to do. Let's see how much time. I'm just going to turn my chair this way so you can see me from the side. And yeah, I think we'll have time for both of them. Okay, so this one's called Tiger. And what Tiger is basically, is it's raising one arm up in front of you and the opposite leg behind you. And then exhaling back down. And up behind you, the leg and the arm in front, and back down. Let's do one more. And back down. Now this time when we come up, we're going to stay and we're going to take 3 breaths. Now your back, bringing your foot back might just be on your toes, and that's perfectly okay. If you feel able, you can bring your foot in your leg up a bit more in the back. Now let's pause here. Nice strong standing leg, and take 3 breaths. Nice, and then release that arm down and the foot down and just stand. Let's shake that standing leg out and then shake your other leg out. Pause here for a moment, holding onto the chair. If you need to, close your eyes, take a breath in and out, and just notice the sensations in both legs. The standing leg, the leg that we brought back. We've got a bit of a stretch in the psoas from bringing that leg back. The arm as it lifts up and in front of us. Just notice any sensations. Beautiful. Okay, now other side. So the left leg is standing this time, and no, the right leg is standing this time, and the left leg comes out. Which one did we do? Do you remember? Does it matter?
Standing with my right.
Standing with the right. Okay, now we're doing the left. Okay, so right leg is coming back. That's it. Okay. So we're going to come forward, inhale, bring that leg and the opposite arm up. Okay, and back down. Okay, so the right leg comes back. Oh, you see what I'm doing? I'm doing it, yeah, that's right, contralaterally. Okay. And back. And let's do it again. And back. Now this time we're going to stay. I think I'm doing it wrong, but we're just going to continue like this. We'll bring the right leg back. I think it should be the left arm, not the right arm. But you stay where you're at if you like. Let's take 3 breaths here. We're going to make sure that we keep that leg nice and strong, the standing leg, as we breathe in. 2 more breaths. Last one. And then release down. And then give everything a shake. I lost track of which leg we did there for a minute, and arm. So we want it to be contralateral. So the leg that goes back, it's the opposite arm to that. Okay, so just to finish it off, we're going to do a standing downward facing dog with the chair. So we're going to take our hands on and hold on to the back of the chair, and we're going to walk our feet back. I'm not getting in your way there. And as I walk my feet back, I'm going to start to bring my upper body down towards the floor. Like my head comes down in between my arms, and I'm reaching out through those hips. My knees are slightly bent. I'm reaching out through the hips and really getting that nice long stretch from the hands all along the arms, the side of the body to the hips. Okay, let's take 3 breaths here. Okay, now on the next inhalation, what I'd like you to do is lift your head up and then start to walk yourself back towards your chair. Whew, that's a nice stretch. Shake it out. Come back into standing mountain for a moment. Feet hip width apart, shoulders relaxed down. See if you can stack those ears, shoulders, hips, and ankles. And just notice the sensations in the body. Those were 2 pretty intense postures that we just completed. Notice where you're feeling them the most. Notice how you feel from the inside out with this practice. Okay, wonderful. All right. Let's come down to the chair and we're going to get ready for the final part of our practice. Whew. Let's come back into our seated mountain just to notice the shifts and changes from when we first sat down in seated mountain today. Take a breath in and out. Beautiful. All right, before we move into our final posture, we're just going to do what's called, it's like a brushing massage. We're not really massaging, but we're just going to start brushing the body. So we're basically going to start brushing off our face. So we're just cleaning, clearing any energy. You can do the neck, you can do the top of your head and down the back of your head, and around your ears and down your neck, down the chest and the arms and the hands. And down the back of the body wherever you can reach, and the belly. And all the way down the legs. The inner legs and the outer legs and the top of the legs and the back of the legs. All the way down to your feet. Okay, let's do one more quick sweep down the body. On the head, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the chest and the belly, the lower back. Down the side of the hips, the front of the legs, the inner legs, behind the legs as we fold over, the front of the legs, all the way down to the feet. And then just shake it all off. And then bring your hands to rest on your legs. Let's just settle into our chair and notice the sensations. We just got rid of any kind of excess energy or any energy that is interrupting the natural flow of things in our body. Just notice how that feels. Notice how you're feeling. Any emotions that come up after this practice. Perhaps you feel stimulated from it. Perhaps you feel more calm. Just notice how you're feeling. Beautiful. Okay, we're moving into that place in our practice where we just settle into our chair and relax a little bit more. We give our bodies the opportunity to integrate everything that we've done up until this point, all the postures, all the movements, the massage. And we can just settle back and close our eyes if you feel comfortable, or gazing down towards the floor if that works better for you. You don't have to press your feet into the floor. Feet can just be relaxed. Hands are relaxed on the legs. I'm going to do a very quick body scan and then sit for a couple of minutes in silence. So we're going to start at the crown of our head. Just relaxing the crown and the face and the back of the head, the ears, coming down the throat and the front and the neck and the back, coming down from the shoulders down to the arms and the hands, coming down the whole torso, the whole side, front and back of the body, all the way down to the hips, relaxing, noticing any tension or tightness that you want to let go of in your legs, in your knees, and lower legs and feet. Just noticing the relaxation now in your whole body, right from the crown of your head all the way down to your feet, your whole body. I'm just going to put the timer on for about 2 minutes. And we're going to sit in silence. And what can help us in this final resting posture is to use our breath once again as a point of focus if you need to. So if you find yourself already going into planning and thinking about what you're going to do after this class today, just bring yourself back to your breath. Remind yourself of the breath. And just go back to breathing in and breathing out. And if you end up back in thoughts again, just acknowledge them as thinking and come back to the breath. And you might have to do that a lot, or you might only have to do it a few times, and that's okay. Just allowing yourself to sit and absorb all the energy and movement that we've done today and brought into our bodies. Beautiful. Very slowly and gently bring your attention back to your breath, back to your body. And you can begin to awaken the body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. And then moving in whatever way would feel right for you. Maybe a bit of a stretch would feel good. And then as you're ready, you can bring your hands up to your heart and take a moment here to appreciate yourself for coming into this practice today, for coming into a community of practice, because there's people here today with me, and there will be others that are practicing from afar. And know that what you do for yourself, that bringing of compassion and kindness to yourself, that being present for yourself in this practice, will ripple out to those people around you. So everyone benefits. And an invitation to bring your hands to your forehead and take a bow. Take a bow to each other. And namaste. Thanks for being here.
Namaste and thank you.
You're welcome. Namaste. If you enjoyed this class, please share it with your friends and hit the like button at the bottom of the video. You can also subscribe to this YouTube video practice, and that would give you some notification when another video drops. And I look forward to you joining me again. Thanks for being here.